Alright, what's up guys? My name is Zach and I am at my desk for this video. So I wanted to start a new video series called Ask Zach. A place where you guys can ask your questions about YouTube, about cars, about whatever, and I can answer it maybe in a weekly show, maybe a monthly, maybe once and never again. I hope to do it again, but we'll see how this goes. If you want your question answered in one of these videos, you can leave it in the comments down below, and the most thumbs up comment or the most interesting comment I will then make into a video down the road. Today we're going to talk about a question that I get quite frequently. Why didn't you review my car? Now, this falls into two different categories, and the first reason why I might not review your car is going to be that I might have already reviewed a car very similar to it or exactly like it. Now, I appreciate everyone that has submitted their 2007 Honda Civic, but I've reviewed a handful of them. And so I want a bunch of diversity here on the channel when it comes to the cars that I review, and so reviewing the same car over and over again just doesn't really interest me, it won't interest viewers, and so I feel like my time can be better spent elsewhere. I appreciate you submitting your vehicle, I really do, it means the world to me, but I might have already filmed it, and so I'd be more interested in filming something else. Now, trim packages do matter, like an 07 Honda Civic LX, sure, that's an interesting video, but also an 07 Honda Civic SI could be a completely different video. I like reviewing the different engines that were offered and transmissions that were offered, so when in doubt, submit your car, but just know that if I've already reviewed something probably similar, it might be a little bit lower on my list of things to get to. Now, the second reason, and the more realistic reason, is location. Location. I am based out of Chicago, Illinois. Here it is on a map. I get submissions from all across the country, and I've been fortunate enough to even get them all across the world. Someone just sent in their Nissan Micra from the UK. I've gotten submissions from Australia, from Hungary, New Zealand, Italy. Shout out to Matteo, which is fantastic. It's the coolest thing in the world. However, it costs money to get places. And so if you submit your car from the Chicagoland area, I can guarantee you there's probably a 98% chance that I will come and film it, because that's easy to do in 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, whatever it might be. If you're in central Illinois, southern Wisconsin, Indiana, Michigan, it's gonna be a little bit trickier, but it's definitely doable. When I get submissions from California, Oregon, Florida, New York, that's tricky. That means that I have to plan an entire trip, oftentimes with air travel, hotels, rental cars. It becomes something a lot bigger. Now, I do it. I just got back from Montana, and you'll see a bunch of videos from Denver and North Dakota, Minnesota, Kansas City, but those are maybe once a year trips at very maximum, and I haven't been to Georgia in a while, haven't been to North Carolina in a while, haven't been to Florida in a while, haven't been to California in a while, and so it gets trickier. And so if I haven't responded to you, if I haven't replied to your email or submission, it's probably because you're a little too far to justify setting up a date right now. Now, every review that I get goes into a system, an email really, and when I end up planning that trip, I go in, I type in, let's just say Scottsdale, Arizona. You submit your Cadillac from Scottsdale, Arizona. It gets sent to my email, and you don't hear back from me. What ends up happening, and I do look at every submission that gets sent in. I do open them on my phone. If you've submitted your car, I've looked at your submission with these two eyes. I check the location first. Now, I can't reply to everyone. I get between 5 and 10 submissions a day, and I don't want to do an automated message. So if you've heard back from me, if you've emailed me, DM'd me, it's been me. So let's say, again, you submit your Cadillac from Scottsdale, Arizona. I don't have any plan to go to Scottsdale as of right now, but let's say this winter I get the opportunity to go to Scottsdale. I will type into my email and go Scottsdale, Arizona. Your submission will pop up and I'll email you. Hey, I'm gonna be in Scottsdale, Arizona on these days at these times. Would we be able to film? And hopefully we can work something out then. So I always tell people, when in doubt, just submit. And again, I do read through all of them. But those are the two big reasons of why I wouldn't review your car. Either it is a re-review, or you're just not geographically close to me, but it doesn't mean I won't review it in the future. Like I said, I just got back from Denver, and some of those cars were submitted to me 2 or 3 years ago, and I'm lucky enough that they were still available for review, and we went out and shot them 2 or 3 years later. Also, when in doubt, you can always shoot me a personal email, praetlreviews@gmail.com, if you just want to say, hey, did you get my submission? If you want to submit manually that way and not use the website, I totally get that too. So I hope that this cleared up some worries. I get messages all the time of, hey, why don't you want to review my car? It's one of those two, and I promise you, if it is too far, I will try to get to you at some point, but of course I can't guarantee anything. If you would like to submit your car after watching this, you can do so with the information up on the screen, but I appreciate it very much, and you guys can leave a comment if you have another question that you want answered in a different episode of Ask Zack. But for now, good night, everyone.